Hello and welcome to the first episode from Box to Box TV. I am your host Pete Diz, live all the way from London town. I'm going to quickly go into what this channel's about, and then I'm going to open up a topic. This channel is going to be primarily focusing on football talk, international football, Premier League football, the players themselves, some brief historical subjects, fantasy stuff, but I'm also going to talk about other things regarding life, because we're pretty much going to be going on a walk with me on most videos, and we're going to be just talking off the top of my head and opening debates and getting into it, because football's a passion of mine, and I just decided that why not open a YouTube channel. There can never be too many football stations or channels on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it. I feel like since we're talking about football, and we have now gone a week, or just pretty much a week shy of the Ballon d'Or or Ballon d'Or awards, I think we should talk about that because it's relevant. And for those of you who do not know, the Ballon d'Or is basically a footballing award ceremony that awards individual excellence. It pretty much replaced the former World Footballer of the Year award in 2010. Before, the setup was that the Ballon d'Or was only open to players that were based in European football, whereas the World Footballer of the Year was a world event. There was no exclusivity in it. But now, or since 2010, the Ballon d'Or has taken over the World Player of the Year, and that now is open to players from all existing continents. But okay, let's get right into it. I don't really want to talk about these two players too much on my channel, so I thought I'd get out the way right away. And the two players that I'm going to mention are Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, affectionately known as CR7. Or affectionately, there's not really much affection in that name, but you know what I'm saying. There's a abbreviation for him. And what I would like to say is I can't really separate them in terms of who I perceive to be the better player. On one hand, you've got Cristiano Ronaldo, who is the complete footballer, pretty much a footballer designed in a lab. If you were to give any footballer optimum attributes and physical capabilities, and you were to design it yourself, he'd pretty much look like Cristiano Ronaldo. He can do it all. And on the other hand, you have Lionel Messi, who does not have as many attributes or weapons as Cristiano Ronaldo, but the weapons he does have are extremely effective, and he is proven to be perhaps one of the most effective players of all time. It's pretty impressive, because you know what's coming with the guy, but you just can't stop it. It's whereas Ronaldo has a whole box of weapons. You don't know which one he's going to pull out and when. But Messi seems to have fewer weapons, but the weapons that he has to his disposal are extremely efficient and pretty much unplayable most of the time. I feel that we're spoilt because we're seeing two players of such a high caliber perform consistently and dominate individually as well as in the team game. And I don't think we've ever seen like two players at the same time on this level going head to head like what we're experiencing now. Yeah, and I feel that probably it might be a bit easier to separate the two, since they're dominating everything. They've, so, for the last 4 years, it's either or who've won the Ballon d'Or. So they're winning everything: European Cups, League Championships. They're breaking all the records. It's just ridiculous. When I was growing up watching football, I didn't actually believe that what they are achieving was possible, but it is, evidently. So it's, as I said, we're spoilt right now watching these two, and I feel that it probably will become a bit easier to separate them, although there's still a chance that you can't separate them towards the end of their careers, because I feel that inevitably Lionel Messi, when he deteriorates to the point as where he can't, he loses speed. Generally that's what happens with footballers. The speed goes first. I could see him dropping into the Barcelona midfield, and whilst dropping into that midfield, I could see him orchestrating the midfield and being fairly successful there. Whereas I see Cristiano Ronaldo, once he loses his speed, becoming a target man, since he has the size and athleticism to do so. He's excellent in the air, so I could see him doing that, and I guess it, that's probably going to have quite a big effect on how we, reflect on their careers and legacies. Just how it ends. It's how it ends, because obviously they're at their peaks. They're wonderful players, and it's it's clear to see, very clear to see. So that's my opinion on Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. I can't separate them. I think they're two fantastic players. So if you want me to answer that question in the future, just go back to the first video, this video, and that's what I think about them. But changing up a little bit, I thought we'd talk about players that could potentially replace them as the greatest of their generation, because I see that and I believe that Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are easily the greatest players of their generation, easily by a long way. So I'm going to talk about 3 players that I believe are or have the potential to be the world's best and future Ballon d'Or winners. So let's jump straight into it. The first player I feel that has the ability or capability of doing so is Raheem Sterling from Liverpool, always playing for Liverpool in the Premier League. Quickly, I'm going to say that he has the technical ability, he has the speed, he seems to have the mental attributes, he steps up when necessary, and he's versatile. And I could see him, he probably does need to move to a better club, or Liverpool need to improve in order to reach his potential, but I see him being a world great with a bit of luck. He stays injury free and all. So that's my first pick. My second pick is Paul Pogba. I feel that Paul Pogba has all the athleticism and the technical attributes, tactical attributes. He's at a good club. He could probably be at a slightly better club. He's at Juventus at the moment in the time of making this video. The guy's got it all. He's a phenomenal specimen, and I could see him becoming a great. Third off is, he's not so much of a new kid on the block, but he's still fairly young. Neymar. Let's talk about his record for Brazil. At the moment, I think he's got 42 in 60. It's phenomenal. I could see him breaking Pele's record. I think Pele's got 70 or 77 goals for Brazil. I can see him already breaking that record now. The guy's 22. He's got a lot of international football in him, and he's at a great club, and he's playing with Messi and some of the world's best players. So I can see him doing it. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. It's my first episode. Rate, add, and subscribe. Spread this video, and let's get into debate. If you've got any ideas about who you think should be in there, tell me. Goodbye.